What's good, family? What we tapping into today is how balancing your chakras can assist men in practicing semen retention. Before I get into the chakras, first thing I want to speak on for a lot of men is the why. Why are you practicing semen retention? Right. What can happen is that people you know hear about it, and then it becomes popular and things like that, and men don't even have a why. Why are they doing it? And they could just see, oh, somebody that they look up to, somebody that they highly respect is practicing it. And when you operating from that conscious level consciousness level, it is not sustainable. It's easier to fall off versus if you doing it for self-discipline, self-empowerment, self-development, different things like that. When you're doing it for self versus you see somebody that you look up to doing it, and you pretty much you just doing it because they doing it. Like, oh, you know they successful, so I gotta do that because they doing it, whatever the case may be. um So the first thing is the why. Clear up the why. Now the next thing is, on a vice level, is somebody you look up to, you might respect, and they've been doing semen retention for a while, or whatever the case may be. They've been doing some inner work for a long time, or they have some kind of assistance. Is that you might see that they practice semen retention for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year, or more. And then you turn around, you been, you know, getting yours off on a day-to-day basis multiple times. And then you like, yo, you want to turn around and do 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, whatever. While you may have some people that's out there that can do that like that, it's unrealistic to expect that, from everybody. Take your time. Take your time. Try to go. Yo, set. All right. You going for 7 days. Start off with 7 days. To my understanding, the semen recycles into the body um after 7 days. You hit 7 days, you did something, right? Um, then after you hit 7 days, go to 14. Try to go to 14. After you hit 14, 21, then get a month. You get what I'm saying? Like, take baby steps. Don't try to go out here on a run, like, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get a whole bunch of energy, and you're not gonna know what to do with that energy, right? So you want to take you want to be patient with this. Don't try to go and you see somebody that's doing 8 months. You don't know what kind of how long they've been doing it. You don't know what kind of support system that they have, what kind of other practices they have that they consciously know that's helping them, or unconsciously. Like, you don't know what is going on that's allowing them to go that far out. So what you got to do is tap in and see what's right for you. Find that number that's right for you and where you want to go. Everybody don't have to go to 6 months. Everybody don't have to go to a year. Find out that number that's like, all right, like, you happy with where you at, um, and things like that. Because you might get somebody that got to 5 years, and then they looking at the people that did 6 months and be like, man, dogs, you ain't doing nothing. So are you gonna at that point, what you doing is you trying to look for external validation. And in this process of semen retention, it's not about external validation. It ain't about the other people that's practicing semen retention. Yeah, they showing you that it's possible, but it don't necessarily mean you have to follow. You set your own standards. You get what I'm saying? And get that to that um and getting yourself to that understanding. Now, what we going into is the chakras. So the first chakra, which is the foundation, is the root chakra, right? That governs grounding, stability, security, things that you really need when you taking on this process, right? Because you are going to be challenged. You're going to be challenged. Um, and the universe is going to find all different types of ways to support you in this challenge, right? So if you were a woman and she used to you getting the nut off every day or every time y'all having sex or whatever the case may be, she may she might know your process, but she gonna challenge you in all different types of ways. It's very possible. She might start, feeling sad, like, oh, she ain't do her job, or she used to this, that, and the third. Um, all types of, all types of stuff might be thrown at you, right? Or you might not be with a woman, and or you might not be, whatever the case may be, and women that wasn't even looking your way, wasn't even giving you the time of the day, now all of a sudden see they just on you, right? Because energetically there's a discipline going on, and they picking up on that. And women love a man that's disciplined, right? You could sit there, you could be fly as hell, you could do all of this other stuff, but if they smell that discipline, oh, they on you. They on you. So, you know, this is gonna be how the universe is gonna support you to for you to take yourself to that next level. Like, shoot, am I gonna get distracted by the new opportunities that's presenting itself, or am I going to stay focused on the commitment I made to myself, right? So that's one of the ways. And so what the root chakra is going to do is it's going to help you be stable during this time. It's going to help you be grounded, especially remembering your why, right? And then the next thing with the root chakra is it is that is the toxic filter. It's what I was come to understand, that it removes the toxins from the body, the energetic toxins and things like that. Right? So what happens is, men like will take on a whole bunch of energy, right? And what we do is how we release that energy, when we come to learn to release that energy, especially for men that have stopped working out, stopped playing sports and things like that to get that energy out, is we go to sex. We run to sex, right? And you taking all of that energy, that stress, anger, sadness, whatever you dealing with, and you dumping that off into the woman that you having sex with. You putting all of that into her, right? And then, so now what happens is men will start like wondering, like, shit, why is my workplace stressful? And then when I come home, I'm meeting the same thing, right? The reason why that's happening is because you taking that stress that you received at work, and then you bringing it to that woman that you having sex with. And if that woman doesn't know how to transmute that energy, she's storing that, and she's going to take it out on you. And 9 times out of 10, if a woman knows how to transmute that energy, she ain't going to let you put that energy into her. Because that's a process. That's work you got to do. That's extra work. When she could be working on manifesting things for herself, for everybody that's around her, she could be utilizing that time for creative work. So why not make the man that she's operating with, yo, you go do that work. You go transmute that energy, release that energy, and then, we could tap in with each other versus she gotta go do that. You go get your nut off, and then you laid around, you watching sports and shit like that, and now she gotta go, a woman that's really evolved ain't gonna tolerate that kind of behavior from a man, you know. Um, so men, that's something you gotta pay attention to, right? And with a lot of us, we have come to utilize run the sex to relieve stress. That stress is going off into the woman. And the root chakra, I'm going to say it again. The root chakra, balancing the root chakra is going to help you move that stress, move that anger out. Having it balanced, knowing things to do to balance your root chakra, getting out into nature. You get what I'm saying? Meditating, different things. It's a lot. Getting your bare feet into the ground, to the dirt. Now, the next chakra is the sacral chakra. Balancing the sacral chakra. Same thing as one of the I came across in the chakra Bible. The sacral and the root chakra are both, like, I'm gonna call it toxic filters, paraphrasing. But the sacral governs creativity and sexual energy, right? Now, if your sacral is not balanced and you trying to practice semen retention, whoo wee, oh, you gonna be struggling, baby. You gonna be struggling. You get what I'm saying? Because you storing up all of that sexual energy, and if you not putting it into creative arts, oh, you are basically tormenting yourself. And this process is not about it's not about tormenting yourself. It's about uplifting yourself, giving yourself more power so that you could go and give your woman, you could go give the world some more power. So you could help, so you could like take yourself from a 5 or 50% power level to 100% power level. But if you don't know, like, if that's not balanced, your sacral chakra not balanced, it's going to be more of a struggle than it should be, more of a challenge, excuse me, than it should be. Because you're gonna have so much energy that you're not used to having. And you're gonna be like, yo, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And any opportunity that's presented to you, you might, mess up. So, balancing the sacral is very important, and utilizing that energy. This is a great time to utilize that energy into your creative arts and different things, the projects that you're doing. If you at work and you on a major project, or if you playing sports, this is why certain athletes, the top athletes that's tapped in, this is why they utilize this time, and they don't ejaculate during this time. They practice semen retention because that energy is there's a lot of power there in that energy. But what happens is we take that energy and we always utilize it. We're conditioned to always utilize it in the sexual instead of in the creative. So what you get is a man that really don't have no manifestation power because he getting his nut off every day. He conditioned to either jerking off every day or having sex and nothing every time he in. There's no discipline there. And then now he's drained. He's drained, right? So the sacral is very important. That very is a key factor in this process. And you want to make sure that you're doing sacral work. You keeping that balance while you're practicing semen retention and utilizing that energy, especially for creative, for for, for creating and manifesting. Right, it's the same thing. Manifestation also goes with the root chakra. The third chakra, the third chakra, the solar plexus. This governs willpower. Right, that's above the navel. This governs willpower. Right, and we know the universe is going to give you all types of ways to support you during this process, whether either through the woman or women that you sleeping with, and they used to you conducting yourself in a certain manner, and or women that probably never gave you the time of day. Now they throwing it at you. You're gonna need that willpower. You're gonna need that willpower. And that's why it's important to work on the solar plexus and have that balance. Because back to saying the same thing, you need that willpower. Without that, it's gonna be like, shoot, any opportunity presents itself, shoot, you done forgot your why. You done forgot your why. So the solar plexus with the willpower and this the root chakra with that it being a grounder, stabilizer, it's helping stabilize your why. And the solar plexus is gonna help you will remember your why. Like, all right, like I'm staying committed to my why. You get what I'm saying? And the next thing with the solar plexus that it governs is confidence. You got to be confident in what you're doing, right? People, like, why are you doing this? Your woman might challenge you, and you got to be confident and being like, yo, listen, like this is what I'm doing. That's stable. Is that grounded? Like you're not gonna change your mind because of the pressure, because of the guilt trip that you might experience from the people that you or the person that you may be having intercourse with. So you gotta have that confidence. You gotta have that willpower. You have to be stable. Um. So with all of that being said, there are multiple ways for which people can work. Men, you can work on your those three lower chakras, which are the physical chakras, lower level. Um, root chakra, again, the root chakra, stability, grounding, security. You got the sacral chakra, governs sexuality, sexual energy, creativity. You have the solar plexus, personal power, willpower, confidence, things like that. You work on those things. Red, the root chakra, red, sacral chakra, orange, solar plexus, yellow. It's so much literature out there that can help support you in balancing those. You could tap in, find you a Reiki practitioner that help with your that'll utilize Reiki to help move any energetic blockages that may hinder you from balancing your chakras. I am a Reiki practitioner. If you want, you could tap in with me and I can do a Reiki session. Um, Same thing, like women, y'all may watch this video and find it beneficial because if you got your man practicing semen retention, he gonna bring more power to the relationship. He gonna stand more in his manhood. He's gonna help you feel more safe. Ladies, how would it feel? How do you feel when you're in the presence of a man that's disciplined? When you're in the presence of a man that's driven, that's focused, right? That's a great feeling for y'all. Y'all want to be led by a man that's like that. So, you know, it, you know, I know y'all can benefit. It's women that could watch this video and benefit from it and either helping your man, pushing them to encourage him to practice semen retention, or knowing that when you going to look for a man, it's like, okay, do you practice semen retention? That's one of your qualifications that you can, have for a man, things like that. But yeah, so much literature uh that's out there that can help support with people balancing their chakras. And I was just utilizing, I'm bringing it into how the chakras being balanced, those three specifically, how those chakras specifically can help with the semen retention journey. So tap in for future videos. If y'all want a Reiki session with me, hit me up on IG or Facebook. I'm gonna leave those in the description. You get what I'm saying? And we'll have everything squared away. We'll figure everything else out from there. Peace, family. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Peace.